Hey, Marilee. So I just wanted to try to answer your question about the investing activities section. And so the way this problem is set up is it gives you some information, and I'll walk through it on an Excel spreadsheet here too. But I'll give you like a verbal explanation first. So really, what we have to account for in the investing section is any change in assets. So our land in our fixed or long-term assets. So our land has a change that we're going to have to account for, figure out how much of that was paid out in cash. Our buildings don't have a change, just the depreciation happened. So that means there's no cash change there. We didn't buy or get rid of the buildings, but our equipment did. So we're going to have to account for the change in land and the change of equipment. So I started a little Excel spreadsheet here. Hope you can see that. Let's move the whole thing over. All right. And so our cash flows from investing activities is we're gonna have to deal with the fact that we've had a change in our land, and then that we sold and purchased some equipment, and it gives us more information here. Let me see if I can make this fit a little better by squishing that over. There we go. Maybe that'll work a little better. Anyway, all right. So first of all, let's figure out our land sale situation here. So we know that our land had a value, and so this is an asset account. So it had a debit balance of $162,760 at the beginning at the end of 2016. To make some room here. So that was our balance at 12/31/16. We also know that it has a balance at 12/31/17 of $181,540. So normally that'd be pretty easy, right? We would just subtract the difference and assume that we must have acquired some land, and that would have been it. But we have this additional information here that tells us that, let's see, 5,080 shares of $1 par value common stock were issued in exchange for land with a value of $55,080. So now I'm going to have to say, okay, so my land went up by $50,080. So we're going to say this is our stock, land for stock transaction. The problem with this is these two, they add up to $212,840, and that only adds up to $181,540. So somewhere along the way, we must have also sold some land, and that's the tricky part for us to figure out here. So the amount of land we sold is going to be our balance on 12/31 plus the land we purchased minus the land sold will give us this balance of $181,540. Or if we're solving for the land sold, we're going to say the balance plus the land for stock exchange land minus the balance at the end, and that should tell us the amount we sold. We sold $31,300. And so when we sell land, we're getting rid of an asset. That means our cash is going up. So this is going to be an increase to our cash of $31,300. And then the sale of equipment, it actually tells us straight up that we purchased some equipment for cash and that we sold some for cash. But even though there will be all this change in the equipment account, it tells us the amount of cash. So we sold for $10,016, and we purchased equipment for $115,184. Remember, the purchase of equipment, because that's where we're buying an asset, means we are reducing our cash. So our net cash flow from investing activities form is going to be the sum of all of those cash flows. So in this case, we sold, or we had our cash went down by $73,868 as a result of our investing activities. So here it is just showing you the answer that they have in Wiley. I know these numbers are a little bit different than yours, but the concept should still be the same. So I hope this helps, and I hope it answers your question.